So, you're never gonna believe me when I tell you this. What if I told you there was a battle other than Pearl Harbor that was fought in continental North America? Like, actual North America. Like, I'm not, actually not lying. So, on my screen right here, I'm in front of me, to my left. The battle, there's an island off the, like, very, very tip of Alaska called the Attu Islands. So, in, like, in June 1942, the Japanese landed on this island in Alaska, and this wasn't just, like, a small amount of, like, 20 men, like a reconnaissance party. There was 2,600 Japanese soldiers on this island, led by Yasuo Yamasaki, and, so basically they didn't have nothing happened on the island until May 11th, 1943, when General Albert E. Brown's 7th Infantry Division made landing on the island. But let's see some background on this guy. So Albert Edgar Brown, E.F.G.R. Brown, however you say that. So he served in the United States Army. He served from 1912 to 1949. He served both World Wars. And he was born in June 13th, 1889. And he served the 7th in the 7th Infantry Division. So that's enough background information about this guy. But, so it took Americans showed up on May 11th. And they showed up with 15,000 Americans and Canadians. Like, they dragged the Canadians into this for some reason. So neither team, by now the Japanese were dug in, and the Japanese were assembling a fleet in Tokyo Bay to like prevent the Americans from taking this island back. But it didn't end up happening. But basically, the entrenched Japanese held out for 2 weeks, with losing 2,315 killed or committed suicide, with 28 becoming POWs and 200 missing or like continuing to fight. So, on like the last day, on the 29th of May, like the last day of the battle, Yamasaki led a bonsai charge against the Americans, and it worked. It broke through the American lines, and so basically the rear lines of the Americans had to fight this Japanese thing in hand-to-hand combat. This wasn't like range. This was hand-to-hand combat, and so. And so 500, and in total there was like, so the Americans Canadians lost 549 men. They had 1,148 wounded, and 1,814 get frostbite or get sick. So basically, it was like once the attack was repelled, there was 42 inhabitants of the island, and they were taken to a POW camp. 16 of them died in prison, and after the war, they were returned to the island. They were barred from return. They weren't allowed to return to the island because U.S. military believed it was too costly to rebuild it. So they relocated to Taka Island, which is around 200 miles away, according to the article. And the last one died in 2023. But, so, basically, that's the invasion of North America by the Japanese, other than Pearl Harbor. I don't really consider Harbor an invasion of mainland North America, because it's middle of nowhere. I don't know if I'd consider this one either, because it was an island, but it's close enough. So, I'll see you all in the next one. I'm out. See ya.